Get down tonight.
All right. Yuck. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to OK Bud, the podcast where everything is
Gonna be okay, bud.
Oh! Wow, Kyle coming in. Happy Monday, everybody. Hope we're doing great. Hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day weekend. We have a great week ahead. Let's see here. I'm joined by Jerii Aquino at... I'm Ben Kissel.
Oh,
At Ben Kissel.
okay. Hello.
Joined by Jerii Aquino at Miss_Jerii.
that is I.
That's Jerii. And Kyle Plouffe.
I don't even know who I am anymore.
At Kyle Plouffe. You're the father of a toddler.
That's damn right.
Oh,
Isn't that
yes.
amazing?
After 1 year old, he's a toddler.
Yep.
Kyle's baby boy, Caden, turned 1 year old this weekend.
Yes. And now he's one for a year. I'm not doing this, 16 months old shit.
Brave.
He's 1 to 2. One.
He's one. He's not. You're not going to do it in
That's a
months.
hot take.
Yeah.
He's not being sentenced for a crime. He's not getting 56 months.
No.
Yeah.
He's 1 year. Fantastic. Join us on Patreon, patreon.com/diebud. Also, shoot us an email, okbudpod@gmail.com. We start today with some sad news.
Oh, no.
And Jerii, you're not going to have any idea who this person is.
Oh, so then I won't be that sad.
You won't be that sad. And maybe some of our audience won't be that sad, but for the wrestling diehards out there, they're going to shed a tear. Jerii and I were talking before the show. Do men cry?
Yes.
Jerii says yes because they cry in front of women, and then I said men don't cry as much because we don't cry in front of each other. That's what Jerii said.
That's
Yes.
what Jerii said. Yes.
But I did shed a single tear when I found out that wrestling legend Sabu is dead.
Dude, that last wrestling match killed him.
It may have. He's 60 years old. He's kind of the king of the death match. He's known.
Really?
Yes, he's known for taking high risks and doing things that makes his body really hurt. and people say, "Holy hell, how's he going to do that? He's going to die." Well, turns out they were correct. He died at 60 just a couple of days after his final match. Final match, he dove into a bunch of barbed wire.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and he did it all wrong because he's super old and about to die. And then he
Looked like he broke his neck.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Jesus.
Anyway, long story short, he was a fantastic wrestler, and he put his body on the line for our entertainment, and I'm endlessly grateful for people that do that.
Yeah.
And like all of the people, like many of the people in professional wrestling, he died too young at 60 years fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
His big break came in 1991. And of course, his fame came from ECW, Extreme Championship Wrestling.
Got it.
That's where the people who thought WWE was too soft, that's where they would go.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I believe it originated in Philadelphia.
Damn, so he was hardcore.
He was hardcore. And now he's wrestling for the old man in the sky. Let's move on to other deaths. You guys might not know this name either. However, he is very important in the true crime world.
Everyone is important to somebody.
Indeed they are, unless they're not. Joseph Borelli, a veteran NYPD detective, and the man who busted the Son of Sam.
Oh.
He is dead at 93 years old.
Damn.
Lived a hell of a life.
He really did.
And you get so much street cred. You get drinks for free at every bar until the day you die when you're Joseph Borelli and you're the one who busted the fat Son of Sam.
Yeah.
Yep.
The dog made me do it.
Yeah.
Right. The devil was in the dog.
Yeah.
The devil was in the dog. Indeed. And the details of this man, he died at 93. He was Brooklyn born. He was the former NYPD chief of detectives. He had a small illness, and then he died, affectionately known to his loved ones as Jobo Borelli.
Jobo.
Which does sound like he's more likely to end up in prison.
Fucking Jobo's in the clink.
No, Jobo saved the day.
Jobo did save the day.
Made us all Jobo-sexuals.
Oh, wow.
Oh, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get locked up in a cell with Jobo.
Yeah, bring in the dog.
I went 69 rounds with the guy. Don't bring in the dog.
Oh, keep the dog out. He's going to kill us.
Jesus Christ.
You pervert. Pervert.
Prevert.
This is disgusting. What is this, the conclave at the Vatican? Da Pope. So, he had a 40-year career with the NYPD, and he saw some of the biggest cases in the history of the department, including, again, the son of Sam. He was at the forefront of investigations in the 1988 assassination of police officer Edward Byrne and the 1993 kidnapping and recovery of Tuxedo King. This is very interesting. The 1993 kidnapping and recovering of Tuxedo King, Harvey Weinstein.
What?
What?
The same one?
No.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
There was
God.
another dude who was kidnapped, and they say Tuxedo King, Harvey Weinstein.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
He was also involved in researching the 1993 World Trade Center bombing.
Wow.
Holy hell.
Wow. He has been busy.
Yep, he was also part of a probe.
Okay.
Speaking of being locked in a cell, into 1986 Howard Beach racial attack, in which Michael Griffin, a 23-year-old black fella, was set upon by a group of white youths outside a pizza parlor, fatally hit by a car while trying to escape. So I'm assuming that he arrested those guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can't fight outside a pizza parlor.
That
Oh.
is just wrong.
Have a pizza pie and relax. Perhaps, of course, the most memorable, the son of Sam, David Berkowitz. Seems like he might be a little anti-Semitic. He murdered 6 people, wounded 7, until the old Jobo found out who he was, put him in cuffs, and gave him the old what for?
The old what?
For.
Oh.
The old forearm shit.
Yeah, the what
okay.
for?
The what for?
You get it.
Yeah, what you kill those 6 people for? And technically, son of Sam was the worst. He killed 6, injured 7. So that's the LeBron James where he's
Right.
only 4 for 6 in the finals. So son of Sam, he's got less kills than he does injuries. So technically, he's a failure.
Okay.
But
All right. Solid points made.
this is a story from 2020. Meet the other Harvey Weinstein.
Wow.
AKA Tuxedo King.
Torn from the headlines. Wow, this guy,
So maybe don't name your kids Harvey if your last name is Weinstein.
it's the Adolf.
It's like a cursed name.
Yeah, it is. And I like the name Harvey.
I
Big
like the name
Harv.
Harvey too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harvey Dent. It's one of my favorite villains in Batman.
Yep,
yes.
Two-Face.
Yeah.
Two-Face. Well, indeed. So apparently this is a bit of an extended story here because I never heard of Harvey Weinstein, the Tuxedo King. And this is what we want to do. We want to bring our audience the full truth about the Weinsteins and the Harveys that are involved.
Yes.
From Torn from the Headlines, New York Post reports a new 6-episode true crime series. This was in 2020. You'll meet another Harvey Weinstein. Like the disgraced movie mogul. Oh, never mind. This guy's real bad too.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You said like the disgraced movie mogul?
Yeah, because
said unlike.
he served 23 years in jail for rape.
Oh, my. They can't help themselves. It's a cursed name.
Yeah.
It is a cursed name.
Wow.
It's like those two plug into each other and they create molestation.
What are the odds of
I
that?
have no idea.
Mike, how many Harvey Weinsteins are there?
Let's find
The
out.
percentage.
I don't want to know.
How can we find out?
How many Harvey Weinsteins?
Well, maybe just to be sure, every like PD department in every state should just look into every Harvey Weinstein that exists
Yeah.
on the roster of their town. Just look into what they're doing.
Look into what they're doing, indeed. So this is interesting. In 1993, there was a headline that read, "My Days in Hell. Kidnapped victim tells the Post how he survived 2 weeks buried alive."
Well,
Wow.
What do you mean? What?
that's pretty crazy. But I guess I don't feel as bad anymore
Why?
because
Because what? This is the victim.
he was the one buried alive.
Yeah, the victim.
I thought Harvey Weinstein was buried alive.
No, I wouldn't care if Harvey Weinstein. That's called being in solitary confinement.
Yeah.
Weinstein, the so-called Tuxedo King of clothing manufacturers. Oh, I'm sorry.
He was the one buried alive.
He was the one buried alive. Fuck. Oh, I'm done.
You see what I mean? Yeah, exactly.
sorry,
That's what
Jerii.
I thought.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
Do you
Jerii.
see?
I'm sorry.
Do you
I'm
see
giving
what I
Jerii
mean?
a hug.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Nobody listens to Jerry.
I listen to you. I love you, Jerii. I listen.
Almost never.
I listen to you all the time.
No, please continue.
Like the disgraced movie mogul. Okay, you know what? Never mind. I'm done with all of this.
Yeah.
I want to know how. Tell me how he survived
no,
being
not-
buried alive.
This whole story is derailed because I fucked it all up.
I want to know. I still want to know how he was buried alive.
I messed all of this up.
You didn't.
No, I did, because he's not serving 23 years for rape.
Hey, listen.
Harvey Weinstein, that was the... Oh, God. My face is... I didn't do the... This was
journalistic integrity.
This was a new link that I saw in that story. I read my stories beforehand. I have everything worked out.
Yeah,
and then this was new to me.
Yeah, everything's going to be okay, bud.
Harvey Weinstein was... Okay. So, yes, you're right, Jerii.
Yeah.
This Harvey Weinstein, the Tuxedo King, was good.
Yes.
Oh.
He was good.
He was buried alive.
All right, get him out of that
2
ditch.
weeks.
He was buried alive for 2 weeks. I'm
Yes.
sorry for everyone who just crashed their car. I'm sorry. We're a professional show.
Yes.
And I take accountability for that screw up.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to reset. Here we go. August 18th, he was kidnapped. And then he said, "My days in hell, kidnapped victim tells." Weinstein, the so-called Tuxedo King, he was kidnapped after eating breakfast at the Mark Twain Diner in Queens.
Wow.
What?
Yes. He was then dumped in a hole in a wooded area.
Oh, my God.
And the hole was covered up with a metal plate. Okay. No word if he was wearing a tuxedo. When Weinstein did not show for a meeting at his Lord West menswear company in Queens, his colleagues were like, "The Tuxedo King never misses a meeting."
It's the Tuxedo King. How could he?
Where is he?
Yes. The
So
Tuxedo Council worried.
Exactly. So they phoned his family. And then his family's like, "We haven't seen him." Then they got a tip. The world is full of Harvey Weinstein. So that's an article.
That's the tip.
That's the tip that
Everyone is Harvey Weinstein.
that Kyle just pulled up.
Yeah.
Thank you for that article.
Yeah.
They got a tip that a kidnapping had taken place and went in to the major case department at the police headquarters. This is according to one of the police people. They say they went white. They were trying to keep it secret. They were afraid this could get the guy killed. Little by little, I found out who it was. He was a legitimate businessman. That name did not mean what it means today.
Oh, wow.
So isn't that interesting? One Harvey Weinstein, a victim, another Harvey Weinstein, a perpetrator. Wow. The Weinstein captors, what did they want? $3 million.
What?
They wanted $3 million.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
And then they said, if you give us $3 million, we'll get you out of this hole. When he was in the hole, he was being given water and then occasionally pieces of fruit.
Oh, so he was kept alive
Yeah, with fruit and water.
with fruit and water. He wasn't,
Oh, that's nice.
He wasn't like buried alive, like,
No.
6 feet under, bunch of dirt thrown on him, just waiting to suffocate and die.
Hey,
that's why I wondered how he survived being.
Right. No, that was my fault.
Yeah.
That was my fault.
No, it was fine. No, I was just trying to figure it out.
You imagine if they wanted him to lotion up.
It puts the lotion on its skin, or it gets the hose again.
Weinstein, lotion up, Weinstein. It's not quite as erotic.
The modern Weinstein should definitely have lotioned up.
Gonna make you a skin tuxedo.
Oh my God.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah. Human leather.
How old was he when he was kidnapped, you might ask?
49.
68.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
6 days into the kidnapping, this fella told the New York Post what's going on, and the police commissioner, he was on it. And then Ray Kelly, he promised the New York Post the exclusive on the kidnapping and the hopeful rescue if the editors promised to sit on the story. So they said, keep the story quiet. Because if the world knows that Tuxedo King Harvey Weinstein is captured and being held and only giving fruit to eat,
Yeah.
then they're going to kill him.
It's gonna be an uprising.
There's going to be an uprising.
Oh.
So then they say, you hear those promises all the time, then you get screwed. So the police will say, don't tell anybody, we're working the investigation.
Yeah, in today's day and age, it would have already been tweeted, turned into a meme. Everyone would already be talking about it on TikTok. So it's nice that that actually worked out in his favor. I'm assuming because he survived.
He did survive as the Tuxedo King.
Cannot forget that.
Who was the kidnapper? Guy named Furman Rodriguez. Furman.
Whoa.
Furman.
Furman?
Furman.
Furman the vermin?
Yeah. That's probably why he did it.
That's definitely why he did it.
Yeah, you didn't suit me right for my tuxedo, you bastard. Yeah, you said a man named Furman doesn't wear tuxedos. I wear tuxedos all the time. Weinstein's kidnapper, interestingly enough, he also stole a sewing machine.
He really wanted to make some tuxedos.
He did.
Just show me how to do it.
Maybe he wanted to take over. Maybe he's like, my rightful place as heir to the throne of the Tuxedo Land.
What are you wearing, Furman?
Furman.
I'm wearing Furman's news.
There's a 100% chance everyone in high school never stopped calling him Furman the Vermin.
Oh, I mean, he's tortured forever. His
Yeah.
parents' name, it's Fermin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Furman Rodriguez.
Yeah.
So as soon as the kidnapping occurred of this innocent Harvey Weinstein, the Tuxedo King, they brought him to the woods. And then they put him in a hole. And then shortly later, after 2 weeks, they say that they pulled him out. And there you go. It was a bang, bang thing.
Why
Yeah.
did they pull him out? Like, were the cops
The cops
surrounding
pulled
them?
him out.
Okay.
The cops
gotcha.
found him.
Okay,
They
all right.
followed Furman and they found him and they're like, hey, Weinstein, you're in a hole. Get on out of here. You're the wrong Weinstein.
Yeah. He was like, no shit.
Yep. And much like the current Harvey Weinstein, who was buried in a different way, he lost a lot of weight. He was taken to the hospital, and then news footage of the day, he asked for a cigarette and told one reporter he had managed to survive so long. He says, the United States Marine Corps, 50 years ago, buddy.
Oh.
So he was a Marine 50 years before he was kidnapped and put into a hole.
So he had some training.
Semper Fi, do or die.
The survivor mode kicked in.
Well, this was a road I did not expect to go on here.
Yeah.
But now you can say, did you hear about Harvey Weinstein? And they'll be like, yeah, I heard about Harvey Weinstein. And then you can be smug and say, no, the Tuxedo King.
You idiot.
They'll
You
be like,
moron.
And they'll be like, he never wore tuxedos.
He probably did, though. You that fat fuck. All those Hollywood elites when they wear their stupid penguin outfits when they go to their events.
Yeah.
Looking all turtly and
Yeah.
dumb.
Brad Pitt ruffled one up, though.
What do you
Brad
mean?
Pitt
Brad,
ruffled
he threw him against a wall and
He
was like,
did?
don't you ever touch my fucking girlfriend again.
With Angelina?
Oh, I love that.
Either Angelina or Jennifer Aniston, one of them.
Oh, Brad Pitt has a hell of a run. So the Tuxedo King, he retired in 1999 at the age of 74. He died in 2007 at the age of 82. There you
He's
go.
The Tuxedo King.
Interesting story.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Let's move on to something more current. Love. It is real, okay? And a lot of people say it is real.
Yeah, I'll say. Is what I said before.
Oh,
She said it. You said it.
Yeah.
what does that mean? You're sort of saying it like it's not.
I'll say it's real.
So there was a married couple, and they were at a Florida bar, and you know what they were doing? Consensual finger banging.
Oh.
They were finger popping each other's assholes?
No, he was finger popping his wife's boo,
Ooh.
and it was all wet.
Oh.
Yes, and then people had the audacity to report them, and they got arrested for indecent love.
Yeah, I mean, it does seem pretty indecent.
It doesn't matter.
to be excreting human liquids onto a bar beverage and food.
It's Florida.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It is fucking Florida.
We're just guilty of loving each other too much.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, the officer didn't have to do the smell test on his finger.
They were probably
Yeah, the whole bar could smell it.
drunk as hell.
Yes, they were in love. It's Florida.
Yeah.
One
And it's humid. Oh.
Which means all of the liquid is like rising up into the air immediately.
Yeah.
muggy in here.
Exactly.
Can I eat my chicken tenders in peace,
Gross.
please?
29-year-old Ryan Cook and his wife, 27-year-old Kimberly Morey.
Aw, that is so cute.
They were at a place called Where's Jube's Bar. It's called Where's Jube's.
Where's Jubes? Where's that at?
Where's your pubes? Right here, pal.
Oh my God. What was that sound?
Yes.
It's in St. Petersburg, Florida. Where's Jube's? And they were hanging out, and then all of a sudden, people were like, smells like someone's having fun.
Oh my God.
Is that halibut?
Is that halibut? And they were like, no, we don't serve fish here. It's a burger joint.
Oh, well, she's getting served right now.
Oh my
Yes. So Cook placed his hand up his wife's dress and touched her personals. But obviously this was something that, and they say they didn't cause it. They say this was just for, obviously it was all consensual and for fun. But then people were like, it caused a disturbance.
Because they were being drunk and obnoxious about it, most likely. You know, I went to a bar in Sarasota once, and then I was like, "Hey guys, people that I don't know, good Samaritans of Bradenton, Sarasota, what do you all do for fun?" And you know what they all said?
What?
They said, "Well, we go to St. Pete." which was St. Petersburg. They were like, oh, it's more fun up in St. Pete. They got some nice bars over there. You really want to go up to St. Pete? And I was like, well, where's the gay stuff at? They're like, yeah, you want to go up to St. Pete for that.
St. Pete.
Yeah.
St. Pete.
So apparently it gets rowdy up in St. Pete.
It does. Me and my boy, late great Kevin Barnett, we met Charlie Crist, the closeted politician, at a bar in St. Pete's. It's also where Hulk Hogan has his little store, and Hulk Hogan's known to dabble in the dick.
Nice.
Truly. And yes, it is very gay friendly. St. Pete's is a great place to go swing, have a good time.
Get finger popped at a bar.
Get finger popped. So the conduct between the married couple, so they're following the Lord's law. It was considered disorderly and sexual. And then the police they said it constituted a breach of peace. Shut up.
Yeah, shut up.
Pano said the Where's Jube's logo looks like me.
Let's see. Where's Jupe in St. Pete's? It looks exactly like you, Kyle. Kyle.
Where couples finger each other.
You and Kaylina, your baby mama, got to go.
Yeah, come on down to Kyle's.
That's
You
great.
think it's
Well, you got to do some.
Got a bigger beard.
You got to do some pre-gaming because she wants another baby.
Yeah.
does. Give Kaden a buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that fun?
It's so fun.
Yeah, Kyle's
I guess it's like, are babiys like tattoos? They're just addicting and you want more?
Yeah. Gotta give a
Or
whole
you try to-
sleeve of them.
try to go the Pete Davidson route and just erase them.
Casey Anthony did that.
Yeah, Jesus.
So the couple was arrested, and now they're being charged again with disorderly conduct. And they were also charged with possession of an open container of, guess what they were drinking?
Lube.
No, that's legal. They were drinking Captain Morgan rum,
Aw.
which is the rum for the ladies.
Yeah.
Is it?
I feel like it's sweeter, isn't it?
Spiced rum.
Rum is just, I just thought it was more like Caribbean option.
Yeah, but I like a good, that's your pina colada. That's your rum, right?
No.
No?
I was thinking about like the Dominican rum.
Oh.
The Dominican spiced rum. What's it called? Brugal.
Oh, okay. So the couple appeared in court today, this Monday. They were fined $500 and they were sent on their way. So there you go. No harm, no foul. $500 each for a good finger popping. Leave them alone.
Wait, they got charged?
Yeah, they were charged.
That sucks.
But I say leave them alone.
They were charged because they were full circuit.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
completed each other.
And
Yeah,
they were-
they
was
could have
electric.
security guards could have come up to them and been like, "Hey, you guys are doing a lot. Maybe it's time to move it into the room. Maybe it's time to go home about it." You know, they didn't have to go full cop calling on them.
Yeah, I honestly would not call the police on that.
Yeah.
There's a local joint here that I won't blow up the name, but it has a very aggressive name, and it's a gay bar. And I went there with my brother-in-law. Obviously, he's married to my brother, and there's fun happening there.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
And I didn't even think about calling the police, and there was a lot of things illegal.
Yeah.
No,
There was
it's
a-
fine. That's a fine
It's fine.
establishment where they tell you who they are pretty upfront.
Oh, I knew.
They find ways to tell you very quickly, this is what's going on here.
Yep.
If it's not your jam, you skedaddle.
You skadoot.
Yeah. We had a mutual friend that went to that bar, and he's like, dude, you got to see this shot I made in pool. And he's showing me, and I was like, are there two dudes fucking on a projector behind you? He's like, yeah. I forgot about that.
I saw that.
Multiple different games of pool.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's move on. Let's go to a story about a real douchebag.
Uh-oh.
His name is Phoenix Ickner.
Oh, the ick.
He is the alleged Florida State University gunman. I very, very rarely support cops shooting people. But in this case, kind of love it. A new mugshot of the alleged Florida State University gunman showed
Oh, it got worse.
Yeah, he got all fucked up by this shot from the cop. So this is the original picture. He's smiling, looks like a real douche. Someone who just absolutely, like someone who like drains the pool before a swimming competition because he thinks he's a supervillain.
Yeah, this is the guy when you're sitting at the lunchroom table and he starts walking up. Everyone's like, "Shh, don't look, he's coming. God damn it, he's coming this way."
Yeah, this is when you're like, boys, man spread. We don't got room at the table.
Yeah.
And there's obviously room for 5.
Like so much more room.
So he got popped by a cop, and then all of a sudden his face swelled up. He looks like a cartoon character.
He does.
Looks like he did karaoke in China.
He looks like he's Ed, and Eddie. He's got like one of those candies in their mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and of course that was a Kyle callback to a joke from a story many, many weeks ago where a woman got an STD from a karaoke microphone.
Yeah,
Ah, that's
herpes
right.
on his face.
Yes, that is one big herpy.
he was taken to Wakulla County Detention Facility. And so he's hanging out there. But anyway, really the joke is just he looks all stupid now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, fuck him.
Yeah.
It's the beginning, end, and middle of that story.
And he survived. What the fuck?
Yeah, he did survive.
Fuck him.
Yeah, well, he'll get his. He'll get his in prison or jail, wherever the fuck he goes. I guess jail right now. Well, speaking of love, well, kind of.
Wait,
It's Monday.
Were we talking about love?
We were with the finger popping.
What? Oh, okay.
Now I'm back.
Sorry.
Back
yeah, you
to
went.
love.
Yeah, because
I stopped into that story for a second with the guy with the stupid face, but then I'm like, there's really nothing to mind. He's got a dumb face.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So when you go shoot up a school, sometimes the cops will shoot at you and then you get your face all.
Sometimes. Imagine that.
Sometimes.
I'll tell you.
All right. Elizabeth Holmes.
Back to love.
Back to love. For those that don't remember, Elizabeth Holmes is the Theranos felon.
Oh, wait.
Remember, she did time.
Yeah, no, I know. She did time. She's out now?
She's the Billy McFarland of blood work.
Yeah.
Yes, she
Really
is out.
What an asshole.
Well, she had a good intention.
I mean, yeah, she really wanted to.
And I feel like she
Help.
got eaten over her head.
Yes.
And she's only 41 now.
Wow.
So she is disgraced. That's what they say.
Mm-hmm.
But now she is throwing her support behind a new medical startup. This medical startup is being spearheaded by her current boyfriend. Holmes? Oh, wait, never mind.
No, she's in prison.
She is still locked up.
Yeah, she got 11
Come
years.
on. See, I see.
This is it.
Nobody listens to Jerii.
That's
I was
the whole
pretty
episode.
sure.
Jerii, you just
I
do
was
it.
pretty sure she was still
I'm
in
fucking
prison.
done.
Episode title.
Doesn't make any sense.
Jerii, you do it.
She is what she's trying. So she's trying through her boyfriend because her boyfriend is outside of prison.
Yeah.
And they do have 2 children together. So somewhere they found time to make babies.
I really thought I was going to be better today.
Yeah, I thought I was doing poorly until you did worse.
I'm doing so bad.
Yeah, so that makes me feel better.
This is what I get. This is my karma for reading positive messages. Being like, yeah, I think we're doing good.
Yeah.
You
then I've
don't
just
get
consistently-
karma for positivity.
No, because the Lord only gives so much good stuff before then it's just like, and here's a whole fucking baseball
Yes.
bat to the
You
face.
win a
Dyslexia.
little, you win a little, you lose a lot.
And this is my baseball bat
Those
to the
rules,
face.
those rules.
I'm sorry, everybody. I'll be better tomorrow.
It's okay.
So Holmes, currently locked up, as Jerii Aquino said,
Yes.
because she is right often. She was convicted in 2022. She was sentenced to more than 11 years. Okay.
Got it.
But apparently she finds herself in love with a dude named Billy Evans. Billy, whom she has, as Jerii said, 2 children with.
Yes.
They have raised millions of dollars for a new startup. It sounds very similar to Theranos. The company is called Hamethus.
No way.
It is. I don't know how to say it.
Aren't you from Theranos? No, I'm from Hamathus.
It's Hamethus. Hamethus?
Hementhus. Hementhus. Why do they keep doing this? They're just making all of their projects sound like Greek tragedies.
Well, it is Greek for the word blood flower.
Blood flower?
Yes.
Ooh, is that your period? I feel like that's what that is.
Yes, every month you have your Hamethus.
Your monthly hemathysis.
I know. So it's focused on medical testing.
I think my hemathysis is coming soon. I can feel it. I'm moody.
Oh, man. We'll break that for a second. Oh, Lord. We just lost Kyle. We'll break for a second.
Okay.
So it focuses on medical testing, utilizing technology, and it uses AI sensors, artificial intelligence sensors. And it performs medical tests using beams of light. So it's beams of light.
you.
That was the beams of light.
That was
Yep,
really
I got
good.
that.
Yeah.
That one was good.
Really good. It's completely fully hinged episode.
Thanks.
At least we're not pontificating about Trump, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Very true.
According to the outlet, in January and a January patent, they have a patent. It is the patent says that the test can be used for biological material, including sweat, saliva, and urine.
Whatever found it wears jubes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it purports to be able to perform diagnostic tests using small amounts of blood.
So she's trying the exact same thing again.
It's the
Yes, but again, it's Hamathus.
Hamanthus, that time of month. But for her, it's that time in her lifetime where she's going to try another silly thing.
Do you get birth control in prison, or do you just have to do free blade?
That's actually a great question.
Can you search that comment?
I would need.
What do people think?
I would absolutely.
What do people think in the comments?
before we find out.
Because
I think it's so important for a woman to have access to that I think there's no way that they have access to that in prison.
True.
I don't think they fucking give a shit.
Also, it's all ladies, so they can't really get pregnant, I don't think.
The
That's not
jail
the
guards
point.
and
That's
trans
not the only
women.
reason people use birth control. Some people use it to regulate their menstrual cycles.
I'm taking Jerry's answer over Kyle's. Who is attempting to be brave. Okay, tell me.
Okay, go.
I know someone who got fired for having sex. They were a prison guard
Yeah, a prison guard.
in
okay.
a woman's prison.
Do you know a trans woman in a prison system right now?
There have been trans women that have knocked up cis women.
Okay. Fantastic. I'm happy that
In
you were
prison.
able.
That's fun.
Let's watch him on this tightrope.
Wokatola.
Oh my God.
A new monster is born.
There
Yeah.
is, that's the thing about people from Boston. They're grandfathered into racism.
Yeah.
Like when you're racist and you're from Boston, it's like, nah, get over here, you old timer.
That's totally fine.
I don't want to hear anyone woke from. Can you do some yoga? Do some yoga.
Put your hands over your hot mudras and fucking calm down.
Thank you.
That one was good.
Now, everybody, get out of here.
Get out of here.
Hamathus, its core technology known as Raman spectroscopy.
I could use some ramen spectroscopy right now. I'm kind of
Yes.
hungry.
It's been shown to be capable of diagnosing conditions like ALS, aka Lou Gehrig's disease, which is the worst.
Yeah, it's probably going to give it to you.
Oh my God. To really bring this to a screeching halt of an episode, there was a woman in an apartment complex, a beautiful British gal that got ALS, and I saw her deteriorate every single week.
Oh my God.
It was the saddest thing of all time. And she had 2 kids, and then now she's dead.
Jesus Christ.
And she was so, not that it matters, but she was like beautiful
Of course she
and
matters.
rich. No, I know, but I shouldn't. But when people are pretty, people are like, it matters more. But I'm not saying it matters more.
Right.
I'm just saying she was beautiful, and her husband was beautiful, and they had beautiful children, and she died of ALS.
Oh.
It also is supposed to stop certain forms of cancer. This sounds like a future lawsuit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also been used to find, this is very bizarre. So they say it can cure ALS, it can cure certain forms of cancer, and then it's also been used to find IEDs, aka improvised explosive devices, on war battlefields.
How?
Yes.
You know? That's with the light, with the light.
Yeah.
The light
With the beams of light?
Yeah, what are the beams again, Kyle?
Yeah.
Oh, we found one. Here's a bomb.
There's a bomb in your snooch.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I'll get it out for her.
We just need a couple drops of your blood, and then we can find some of these bombs that are hidden in the land.
I'm Lieutenant Rover. I get all bombs out of snooches.
Yeah.
That's a new character of mine. Lieutenant Rover. Anyway, so this is happening now, and I guess they are raising like a bunch of money. At the peak of Theranos, her net worth was $4.5 billion.
She's an idiot.
Shoot.
Well, that was a projected net worth.
Yes.
So it wasn't real.
Right.
It
right.
could have been.
She had partnerships with Safeway and Walgreens.
And Walgreens are all shutting down now.
That's very true.
Yeah, that's right.
All of them.
Yeah, and then in 2015, a bunch of whistleblowers were like, yeah, this don't work. And then she was convicted. So I don't know why she's doing it again. That's why I called her the Billy McFarland, which was the only thing that I said during this article that was correct.
Well, exactly. Billy McFarland tried it again, and now she's doing the same thing because they're still like in their brains, like, no, I just feel like they didn't get it the first time. It wasn't supposed. It's not that it was working. It's just I would try. If I tried again,
Right.
If I tried again this time, they'll see. They'll all see.
What if I do it with a higher voice instead of a low voice?
Yeah,
She talks like this.
yeah. Next time she's gonna be like ultra feminine.
I love that. Hamathus filed for incorporation last February.
Oh my god.
And its principal address is given as a $2.3 million home. This is the where
I wish
it's
the
located.
address went directly to herself.
Yeah. Cell 14
Yeah.
in the hottest prison in the world, where these girls, yeah, they're serving time, but they're also serving face. One of the prison guards is
That's
Kyle's friend. No
amazing.
woman is safe.
Yeah.
So their address, they're in Austin, Texas. Why not? Of course they are. And it's worth $2.3 million. So I don't know. I guess they got some money coming in from somebody.
That's crazy.
According to a social media post, they say Elizabeth Holmes has zero involvement in Hamathus. Well, her company's mistakes are lessons that we've learned better than anyone else. She has no role now or in the future. Yeah.
Whoa.
She's banging the head dude.
She's fully in control. He's her puppet.
Yes.
That's what's happening.
I kind of got mad respect for her in a sense. She's a super villain.
Yeah.
In a Poison Ivy kind of way.
Yeah.
So I sort of like that.
She is the boss bitch that is definitely boss bitching way too close to the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. 11 years.
Yeah.
All right, so she's got 9 more. I feel like, I know female prison is hard,
Does
but
she have 9 more?
well, what was it?
It
2000.
was 11 years. Yeah, 2022.
So yeah,
Oh, okay,
I guess,
yeah.
what is math? 8 years? 8 years left.
Yeah.
What is math?
That's a good question.
What
That
is
was her
math?
defense. That was her entire defense.
Yeah, pretty much.
What is math?
What is math?
What is true? What is false?
Exactly. All right. Well, love Monday. We're doing Monday love.
Monday.
And we've talked about this a lot. We talked about this on the last episode. It's a bit of a piggyback on the Generation Z not having sex with each other. We also talk a bit about sex workers on this show, only in the most loving way, because what they do is
keep families together.
keep families together unless they tear them apart.
They keep men sane at their jobs.
And don't forget, Jesus Christ himself hung out with Mary Magdalene,
Yes.
who was known to fellatiate. Fellatio for money?
Fellatiate.
Whoa.
Fellatiate. A woman. She's a model. Her name is Cami Strella. She makes $220K a month on OnlyFans. Good for her.
Damn.
She says that she is very worried about the next generation of boys becoming incels,
Right.
involuntary celibates.
And that is a valid concern to have, especially after seeing that show on Netflix. What was it called? The one where the 13-year-old boy got incarcerated. It was the British one. And it
You
was
told me
shot in
about that
a
one.
single shot.
Oh my
Every
God.
episode was a single shot.
Really?
He was 13. He killed. He stabbed to death
Adolescents.
Adolescent.
Oh, yes, I've heard of
Stabbed to
that.
death a little girl because
She
I don't
wouldn't
know.
have sex with him, or he wanted to, or he was just angry.
Yeah, she made fun of him because instead of going out with him, she was like, haha, and so
Oh, you got to toughen up, boys.
yeah.
Come on now, girls are gonna laugh.
Yeah.
Girls gonna laugh at you.
Well, I think it was funny because she had just been bullied by everyone. Like some photo of her topless went around school, and then he was like, "Now that she's down, I'm gonna ask her out." And then she was like, Haha, "I'm not that desperate." And so,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Wow, that was fucked up."
Don't worry about it, boys. Come on now. Never be. It's the strangest phenomenon is people being like, I'm an incel and I'm proud. It's like, you can't.
Why?
Don't do that.
Why is that a thing?
Be cool, guys. Come on now. Whatever happened to being cool? Watch some
I'm
old.
so glad that wasn't a thing when I was growing up. I never experienced someone angry at life because they weren't getting laid or something
No.
like that. Like, I don't know. It's
Well, that's
weird.
every boy until a certain point, and then you realize you got to work on yourself, and then
Yeah, but I don't remember being in sixth grade being stewing that I wasn't getting laid. No one.
Yeah.
It wasn't incel wasn't a term.
no, it
Really,
wasn't a
it
term.
wasn't.
The internet broughteth
Yeah.
this term. So a model is planning to have sex with virgin men. This is really the Lord's will.
Whoa.
Wow.
And she wants to give them a great first experience and stop them from becoming what she says a member of the angry incel forums. Because I guess they just sit there and type all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, why am I not getting laid? Because that's what you're doing.
That's what Reddit is.
Yeah, but she's gonna set herself up. She can't put herself in danger like that too.
Oh, that's true.
Because you think you're gonna one and done an incel person and he's gonna be good to go?
And he's
Send
gonna be
him
like,
on
you
his
owe me
way?
that now.
He's
Yeah.
gonna be like, you are mine forever,
That's-
and it's not gonna go well.
That's a solid point. Also, they're incels. They're not necessarily virgins.
Yeah.
They're celibate
Yeah.
against their will,
Involuntary.
Yeah, exactly.
which I do love. They're like, this is worse than sexual assault. It's against my will.
Yeah.
And to not have sex. She says, I consider this a form of public service. I want to help those who have never had sex before going down a bad path. She got her boobs there. They're all separate.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Too.
She's got a large sternum. I think it's not an insult, but her boobs are definitely like, they're deciding on which way to
friends.
go.
They're letting gravity take over.
No, it's not so much gravity. It's just more like
they just don't see eye to eye, so they go in different directions.
it's like when you're at the food court. You want one friend wants one potato, two potato. The other friend wants to borrow.
Yeah.
But you meet at the same place.
Yeah.
But you sit one table apart.
The sternum. Yeah.
I wasn't gonna say it.
Look
but
at that thing. Put a nipple on that.
You can mow a lawn right in between them.
Yeah. But now in this picture, her boobs are further they're more friendly.
Her elbows are helping to scooch them
Yeah,
inward.
they spoke.
Yeah.
They're now they're friends again. So obviously all the virgins.
She looks like Selena.
No, do not. Do not.
She's hot. The face. I mean, her eyes and her smile. Anyway, just go on.
I guess. Ish. All the virgins obviously must be 18 or older. And Strella says she's looking to help them who struggle with social stuff and who lack confidence. But what if they just prove sometimes people who lack confidence and they do something and they really suck and you're like, no, they were just telling the truth.
Yeah.
So sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you have the finger on the pulse.
Yeah. She says people have a desperate need for connection, but we live in a world that offers instant gratification, which is exactly what she's doing, but that's okay. But we live in a world that offers instant gratification through things like dating apps without providing a deeper bond. But I hope
That's what's going to drive them nuts.
Yeah, they're gonna fall in love.
Yeah, they're all going to fall in love.
Oh, that's not
immediately.
good.
It's gonna. I see what she's doing, and I appreciate her efforts. It's one of God's soldiers right there.
Yeah, really in there.
But you can't. I just don't want you to overwhelm yourself.
Yeah,
So you
this is
can't
not-
take this on one dick at a time.
No.
In your specific vagine doesn't sound safe.
Yeah, this is not a cause you can fix.
No,
Yeah.
I've learned this myself. My wallet is closed. My heart's open.
Yeah.
But we can't save the fucking world.
Yeah.
You can't do it. She says, I want to show them, the men, what real connection can look like, even when it's with a sex worker. Yeah, they're going to fall in love.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's not going to get rid of any of them.
She says, in my opinion, that kind of connection can feel validating. And when it's done right, it can actually be therapeutic. I agree, but it seems like she might be. Yeah, you can't even entertain the idea that you might be interested in these people, like remotely close to like their mind. Like it has to be very physical.
Yeah,
and solely physical.
They're going to see all of this as like a reward for their behaviors, and they might add fuel to the fire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She's also a former neuroscience student.
Where everyone, all
Wow.
these dudes are like, you see, it's working. We could just get everyone to feel like her. Then we can all have sex, and we don't have to hate women so much anymore.
I also think, there was a great Mad TV sketch called Lowered Expectations. And sometimes,
Classic.
It's not about lowered expectations. It's about meeting you where you are.
Aw.
And some people, and also the internet's fake.
Yeah.
None of those people look like that.
Yeah.
You would think everyone was absolutely beautiful. That's not true.
Oh, no, not at all.
So,
Except for you two.
Thank you. That was so nice. That was so nice. She says, I definitely believe that engaging with a sex worker is much healthier thing. Is a much healthier thing to do than be on an incel forum. I agree. I would also say competitive eating is healthier. Anything is healthier.
Get a hobby.
Can you imagine talking to other guys about not having sex?
Dude, and this doesn't stop at any age either. I just know.
I love every Kyle story is like, I know.
I know
A
this
cousin, I know a guy. Yeah, this one
let's go.
prison guard I know used to bang all the chicks.
I have my popcorn out. I want to hear this.
He's
Let's go.
40 years old, and he just had a GoFundMe to send him away to a red pill camp for a year.
Oh my
You
God.
can't stop this at any
What do
age.
you mean?
Red pill camp?
It's like one of these, like men getaways
Search red pill.
for a year.
Men getaways.
Search red pill. I never in a million years heard of this.
Incel communities. Oh, okay. So they were talking about like online incel communities.
Yes.
They are real ones in the woods where a bunch of guys go and they pretend that they're not gay and they friggin' do trust falls together for.
Bro, search how much those cost. How much is it to go to a red pill camp? Are you kidding me?
Red pill men's camp. I know. I've seen a bunch of people online that I actually know go to these things. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Yo, that is too
That's
corny.
insane.
That's worse than being a Disney adult.
So much worse.
Oh my God, that's corny.
So much worse.
Yeah, dude.
Come on. Boys, men, let's go. What are we doing here?
The men's camps. One dude leading it. Who's getting fucked? None of us. Is it our fault? No. What is it? When they all just start jerking each other off.
Yeah, just go to the gay bars, have a good time. In many ways, there's nothing more masculine than being a dude who just takes it up the A or gives it.
It's very true.
Oh God.
I mean, it's like $2,000, but that's for like a week.
Oh my Lord.
So one for the year, I don't even know how much it's gonna be.
Camp Morrow.
Yeah, men's camp out. It's
bro. That is not
men's camp. Oh, dude.
Come on now. Come on, go to a football game.
Seriously.
I mean, I can't believe that I'm like masculine into America's society. I can't believe it.
Yeah, no, you the other day.
Shame on you, man.
I touched your hand. It was the softest hand I've ever
I'm such
felt
a soft
in my
bitch.
entire life.
I'm such a soft bitch. Everyone's like, "Oh, you're a pussy and stuff."
Yeah.
And now I am the toughest man in America.
I think he passed me a lighter, and I felt like a cloud passed me the lighter. It was insane.
Oh God.
And it's like, yeah, there's nothing gayer than going on a men's year-long red pill trip.
Yeah.
It's the gayest thing I could ever imagine.
Just to be upset at women day after day.
I don't even. Yeah.
Even though you could just be out there living your life, talking to other people.
Go bang this chick. She says
this one's $15K for a 3-day men's camp.
What the fuck do you learn how to be a man?
Yes.
I bet you they have to walk across coal. I fucking bet there's so many coals to
They
walk
probably got to
over.
walk across Cole. They got to walk across Matt and Jason. You know, someone's ejaculating. Oh, God.
This is weird.
So she says, this is the woman again that wants to stop men from being on the incel forum so they don't waste thousands of dollars going to a man camp where some douchebag just yells at you who is also insecure because his dad didn't love him.
Yeah.
Is this because your dad didn't love you or your mother didn't love you? Why do you go to these things?
It must be dad.
It's got to be dad.
Yeah.
But don't you punch your father? Like, did they not punch their father in the face at 13 like all of us did?
Yeah, you got to get into a fight with your dad.
I remember I hit my dad at 13. I said, and my dad wasn't super bad, but I was like, if you ever touch me again, I'll kill you. Boom. His parenting, done.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
It's like, that's how you...
That's what you do.
That's how you do it. She says the incels are following people that they think are thought leaders, but those men don't know anything about masculinity. I agree with this chick on that.
Yeah, totally.
They don't. Good God. And there's just another picture of her being all hot. She says, if I can give someone a safe, judgment-free space to explore, I'd love to do that. I think that this woman is probably going to realize this has been a horrible mistake.
Yeah.
But you know.
Give her like 2-3 guys tops in this project.
Yeah.
I mean, how many virgins could one gal really have before it's just sad?
You just can't. Also, everyone knows you can't. The virgins, unless you guys are like two little puppy love teenagers,
right?
You can't mess with the V cards.
No,
they do not. They will not let this go.
The first time I had a sweet sex, I was 18, and it was with a 25-year-old RA, resident advisor.
Wow.
At my brother's college.
That's illegal.
And she did not. No, I was 18.
Oh.
RAs are also students.
They are students, yeah. But she didn't know I was a virgin until afterwards. And then she was like, oh, I wish you would have told me. I probably wouldn't have had sex with you. And I was like, yeah.
That's why.
That's what I didn't tell you.
But she had toilet paper in her pussy.
Oh, boy.
They get the little crumbs.
Just a little.
I don't know. I just ate that pussy for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah, that stuff dissolves.
Yeah. Well, lastly, when it comes to masculinity, we all struggle with weight as men. And men are, obviously there's a beauty standard for women. But there's also a beauty standard for men. And much like with women, it's impossible, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't agree with what's happening here. So, chunky children, they are now being given what is being called numberless scales.
Oh, no.
And I don't like this because you got to have... I went to the doctor last time, and the scale only went to 350 pounds, and I was heavier than that.
Oh, boy.
Still too light to get a fucking prescription for Ozempic.
Wow.
They were like, no, you're not diabetic yet. I was like, can we get... But I'm like... I'm on the road, right? Like I'm on the highway to
yeah.
next stop. But they're like, no, right now you're still just in Tulsa.
That's weird. Why would you shouldn't have to get all the way there to get help?
I know it's a sick care system. They want you to be ill. Anyway, obese children will now get free scales in a weight loss bid. However, they're not going to tell the kids what their number is, which I don't really understand, because then
How do you know where you're at and how far you have to go still?
Right, because I was a wrestler, and that number is kind of key to know like where you're at.
Yeah.
So instead, the data will be uploaded directly to a clinic, and then doctors will view the progress graphs on an app, and then they're going to send motivational messages to the kids that are fat to help them lose weight. So they're taking the middleman. The number is now going to a middleman.
Yeah.
And then the middleman is going to try to encourage the kid based upon the number, how that kid should lose weight. But
that's really weird.
I'm not sure if this is a good idea or not.
Yeah, that sounds like some like weird personal trainer stuff. Mm-hmm. But it goes to your doctor, which is interesting. And this is like you have like a nutritionist as well. Like, and also what kids, whose families have the Medicaid, the Medicare to support this kind of a plan? What kids are getting these like app-tracked numberless weights?
This is in England.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Wow.
That makes sense, right?
That makes sense. These little scales.
Yep, it's the Obesity Health Alliance, and they say this is a compassionate approach, which is not what we do in America. We say, look at you, you fat fucking loser.
That's basically what it is.
It's $2,000 to be here for 3 days, you chubby bitch, and then you get yelled at.
Yeah, pretty much. If this was in America, the middleman would grab the number and then just like explode, throw it in your face and yell at you for like 10 minutes about that said number.
I mean, the middleman would just be hostess being like, yeah, but you're still cute. Have you thought about eating another hostess?
Yeah.
So 1 in 5 British children are obese. 1 in 5 losers. Yeah, wait until you taste the freedom over here.
Yeah, it tastes good.
There's a lot of MSG in it.
Yeah. Oh my God. When they tried to ban MSG in New York, I was like, you think one fucking Chinese restaurant's taking MSG out of their shit?
Right, right.
Please.
Now people eat MSG like on purpose. Like they go buy bags of MSG.
Yeah, it's good.
They love it.
Right?
It is good.
But they say this helps specialists track children's weight, and I guess they say that this is a new trend. Critics say the current NHS checks on kids in reception and again in year 6, and then they embarrass fat children. So this is all being done at home, so you don't even have to go out anymore.
You need to embarrass the parents, not the kids. It's not the kids' fault they're gaining weight. It's the parents that are food pushers.
The
Also
food pushers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did have one of those families who was like, finish your plate. Finish your plate.
Yeah.
But
Why?
apparently you're not supposed to do that.
No.
You're not supposed to do that?
No, because it makes the kid, because then they're eating past what they're supposed to be
They're
eating.
full.
Oh.
You don't need to keep it going.
Yeah,
I
that
guess.
makes total sense. Yeah, my family, I don't know, Latinos love to overserve, just giant plates of everything. And
know.
they would hand me a dinner for like 3 in front of me, and they'd be like, "You're not eating anything." And I'm like, "I'm trying.
I'm tiny.
I'm trying so hard."
I love them. I love them very much. But if you overeat, they'll fucking crucify you.
Yeah. And then
Who ate all my stuff?
I'd be like, "Wow, your cheeks are looking pretty puffy there."
You used to be skinnier.
Yeah. Anyway, so they say this is going to help people lose weight. We'll see if it happens. I don't know what the approach. I'm not sure about the approach. Sometimes you got to see the number, and then you make a game out of how low can you go. And then if you're one of the very fortunate souls who has to gain weight, I had a friend like that. My fucking friend in high school was like, I just can't gain weight. He's drinking creatine.
Yeah.
All this shit. And I was like, you little bitch.
I was like that in high school.
I can't believe weight gainers.
Yeah.
Weight gainers?
Yeah.
You scumbags.
Yeah. It's kind of difficult for me to put on weight. I struggle more keeping weight on. It falls right off. And that can be
Will I pick it up?
too.
All right, everyone. Well, let's pick up a great week. Is that a segue? I have no idea. Today's episode was Monday.
Yes.
All right. Any comments?
Vanessa's heard of these things where the people go be real men in the woods. It is a real thing. We can actually hear one guy that's pretending to be everybody's dad. This is from the Modern Knight Project.
Infidelity.
Everyone's a modern knight.
Are your eyes crossed? What the fuck is the matter with you? Are you looking at me right now? But are your eyes crossed? You're looking at me right now. Yes, sir.
What a dick.
This is Don Rickles.
What
It's
the
too
fuck?
close to a
Universe will
Nazi
punish
Klan
your
rally.
kids and
The
their
universe
kids.
will punish you for the kids. Yeah, so you go there to be roasted by that fucking asshole?
I do like the idea of laughing at the guy who's cross-eyed. But
I
how is
hated
that going to help? How is that going to help
I
him?
hated that so much. So it's like, that showed the weakness of that guy so fucking hard. Dick.
All right. Anything else?
Yeah, like Amjad Khan is saying they believe they allow birth control for certain reasons for incarcerated women. They do allow it.
Okay,
So
they do allow it.
Yeah, we do answer that question here.
Ben, we got one thing. One thing, and Jerii spoke the truth today.
And yes, it sounds like there's another serial killer, possibly in Oregon. Panoman, Oregon says no comment on that because there's been 8 bodies that have been found in the river right where he lives.
Whoa.
Don't be you.
Yeah, please don't be you.
God damn. I
Hope it's not you.
Well, would it help the numbers? No, it wouldn't help the numbers. It wouldn't help the numbers, but you can help our numbers. Rate and review.
Yeah.
Go to iTunes. Go to Spotify. Let's keep on climbing and take out let's dominate the world.
Woo, let's listen to Jerii.
Yeah,
Sometimes when it's appropriate.
It is. Okay. And let's all love Jerii. Send Jerii some love on Instagram. And Kyle.
Yeah.
And why not me? Okay, everyone, hail yourself. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.